I did a video yesterday driving in about 14 inches of snow in this Lexus GX460, 2019, my wife's. And I just wanted to explain, I said it was basically get in and go, and that's pretty much true. This doesn't have any extras on it. This is the base model. These GX460s are four-wheel drive all the time. You don't have to flip anything to put it in four-wheel drive. 60% of the power comes from the rear wheels, 40% comes from the front wheels in this vehicle. So what amazed me is that you just hop in and you're not pressing anything and you just drive. It's in four-wheel drive all the time. So you've got the settings you have for four-wheel drive is the actual 4 low and 4 high. It's always in 4 high. That's your normal driving. Normal driving mode is in 4 high. And I've never used 4 low, and I think the only time I would use 4 low is if I was going, I live in Virginia, but you know, if I lived out in the West and was going in the Mojave Desert, you know, up sandy, rocky hills, and you know, going through ruts where, you know, 1 or 2 wheels would be off the ground, that's the only time I would go in 4 high, 4 low, always in 4 high. The only other thing I have that is operator controlled is traction control, and in sand and snow, any loose deep material, this turns off. Turn that off, because if you don't, when one wheel spins, it'll stop spinning, another wheel spin. Basically the vehicle wants to bury itself, and then you'll get this light on your dash track off. And that's the only manual input I do. The only other operator controlled function on this vehicle is the locking differential. So you can lock in your rear differential. You're already getting 60-40 power, 40 front, 60 back. If you lock this in, it splits it to 50-50. So again, if you're rock climbing, I don't see where it would be an advantage in the snow. I want the little extra drive in the rear end. I want the 60% in the rear end. The front's already, I would imagine, heavier than the back. So yeah, like I said, I've never been stuck. I drove in 14 inches of snow yesterday, about 15 miles to the hospital and back, and I think emergency conditions, there were supposed to be no vehicles on the road. I had an emergency. I had to get to the hospital to see my mother, so that's the only reason I was out. So, I came up this driveway before it was plowed yesterday in about 14 inches of snow and sleet, no problem. Didn't even spin. Did a sharp turn into the garage, right through this plowed up pile into that garage, and then this morning just backed right out through this heavy snow. It's probably 2 feet of crusted snow. Spun a little bit, but just immediately gripped, pulled me back to where the end of that track is, and then I just pulled forward to where I'm at now. I didn't know a lot about this 4-wheel drive system because I never used it. We've had this vehicle for probably 2.5 years, never used 4-wheel drive, didn't even really understand it until now. So I thought I'd share how the 4-wheel drive system works, since I really didn't know until I had to use it. So yeah, hope this helps. Peace out.